different. I'm here because I yearn to be here. And guess what? I'm scared. I'm really, really scared. And I know I'm smiling, but I'm still very scared. Why? Because I am making a very big shift. A couple of days ago, I was in ER with a very, very nasty UTI, urinary tract infection. And it had gotten out of hand, and I was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. What does out of hand look like? It looks like the normal is that it's very painful to pee. And I use I use D-mannose, I use Herba Ursi, I use urinary probiotics, and that usually always will nip it in the bud. Oh, and then I drink a lot of water. Well, this went past the ordinary in that my whole body was so weak. So, ended up in the ambulance, into the hospital. They released me that day, and at the end of the day, which was really good, I had a nurse and a doctor in ER, and they were very, very helpful, and it just turned out to be such a good thing that I was there. Because what had happened, the doctor informed me, you might want to, if any of you know of anybody that has UTIs periodically, or have them yourself, this is good information. Because I was really weak, weak, I ChatGPT'd causes of feeling weak. And it said dehydration. Well, yeah. So then on top of all those supplements that I just shared, I just drank water. I just drank and drank and drank so much water. Well, guess what? In the ER, they did tests and so on. And the doctor came back and he said, your electrical system is way off. I was really interested. I said, electrical system. But, of course, that's electrolytes. He said, you've been drinking way, way, way too much water, and you've washed out the minerals in your system. Oh. And then he said, and then they put me on IV with a strong antibiotic, and he said, we have a few more tests to do, but it ended up that they dismissed me with 3 prescriptions. Antibiotics, 5 days, and you have to take them, of course, every day. And then sodium chloride and potassium chloride to get my electrolytes back. And dear ones, in times past, I'd be scared. Well, one thing the nurse said to me, and I learned a lot in that session, but the nurse said, I've had this, and we have patients that come in here, and she said, actually, they all say one thing, I thought I was going to die. I'm so glad she said that, because that's precisely what I thought. The symptoms, I've never felt like this. I just felt so weak. And the worst symptom, when it gets to that point, is that you start losing your cognition. Well, maybe that isn't the best way to say it, but I got really, really foggy. It was like such an effort to think. So So I hope this information can be helpful to someone here. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is if those of you who've been watching, I'm on a mountaintop saying one thing, and it's just so true. Dear ones, we just have, the mind cannot comprehend the brilliance, the genius, the truth of our essence, of our true source. And to put it simply, it's like, we are spirit. We're source. We came in. That's what brought us in. And as little babies and children, before our brains got so embedded as a result of childhood conditioning, which is based on conditional love. It's just a human condition that the parents can really, really love us so much. But it's conditional love. If you do what they say, you're okay. You're good shape. If you don't, the results, the consequences vary from horrendous abuse to just being put in your room and isolated and like being abandoned as a little child. And then we carry these, because they're embedded in our brain, we carry them, most of us carry them into adulthood. Feeling abandoned, not good enough, we did it wrong. And another one with women, and I'm a woman, is we have to look good. And I just put all those years, I was really hurting inside. Why? Because I just didn't feel good enough. I just always thought I was doing things wrong. I should do it better. Everyone else is smarter than I am. I just couldn't get over that. Even though, I'm a student and I studied a lot, and I knew in my head that those beliefs, what I thought was not true. But that doesn't cut it, right? I would still go on. And one of my beliefs was I had to look good. And so I'm really, really proud of myself because I'm here on the third day of the antibiotics, not feeling well at all. I mean, my body, and that's what I'm here to, I want to tell you. I'm feeling very weak. I'm not feeling good. But guess what? Because I know, and this is what I want to share with you, in our experiences, no matter how hard they are, and in times past, this would have been a really rough one. Kind of thinking, well, maybe I'm going to die, and just feeling so rotten, and then I just want to be there to share my gift that I've been given, just like you kids. We've all been given an amazing gift. So, and that's what I was always really wanting to do, okay? But I've come to really, really see that these hard experiences, every one in our lives, since we popped into this world, these hard experiences are for a purpose. That when we become adult and start waking up, then we see that there, as it were, an alert that we have a false belief, but it doesn't matter. If you don't get it, you don't get it. We can know it in our head. Oh boy, I hope I'm making sense. I want to tie this together because this is the first time I have been in a really hard experience. And now, and in this experience, what came out of my mouth, and it was like, Oh, I like that. When, different ones would say, well, how are you? And I say, oh, I'm not, I thought I was doing my best by saying, well, I'm not feeling well at all. But even that wasn't right at all. And now what came out of my mouth was, my body is so weak. And my spirit is strong. I went through this, I'm going through this experience like never before. Just so strong and at peace and actually content. I just have a soul contentment and joy and appreciation and gratitude. It's like I've never known anything like this. So, dear ones, it's proof positive. And I want to share this with you, that if you're going through a hard experience, and that's what, in this day and age, especially with the chaos in the world today, is so many people are suffering. The families really suffering. So how can you have soul contentment? How can you have peace of mind when you see so much suffering? Here's how. I'll repeat it. It's just trust the universe. We think everything's absolutely going to hell, and that, the earth is in threat. The human race is in serious threat. But there's a higher power and we are that. We have that. There is a higher power that has us all in charge. A new earth is coming in. A new world is coming in. The old world is shattering, and I say, bring it on. Oh, I know that a lot of people wouldn't like to hear that. But we're going through the earth, and the universe the earth and human family is going through just an enormous evolution and shift. It's evolving. The human family, the human race, it's changing and changing and changing. I liken it I think of it as from the dinosaur age. It's like that. When that ended, that was a big evolution in the earth, and it changed everything. Well, that's what it's like, what we're going through now. So any of the old thoughts we had and ways that we could make things, work possibly, none of it works, because the whole earth and human family is going an evolution, and put an R in front of that. It's a revolution. And we just have to think back and trust. And this experience made it evident how I have been trusting and trusting and trusting. Yeah. And it's not easy. Yeah. Well, don't you know that? But this time there was a breakthrough. And just had this belief that I have to look good. Oh my God, I can't go on because I'm not feeling well. I don't look good. And this is what I've learned in this experience. Carol, and share this with others. It's time to stop this nonsense of trying to put on a front so others will like us. No, no, you've been given a gift. Oh dear, believe that. And here's how to access it in one breath. Inhale. Letting go. Exhale. And in that, even one breath, 2, 3 is better. Even in that one breath, you access the silence that you are inside. And it's a relief. You access your sovereignty. You access your essence, the creativity, imagination, intuition, knowing. So I'm going to end here and just say that I'm just so celebrating that here I am, weak body, but strong in spirit. For the first time, I can put those two together. And to share, finally, and being 84, I've been at this a long time, kids. I've been at this since I was 3 years old, knowing that there was a better way, knowing that if I could just find it. And I've searched my whole life. Yeah. 30 years of Bible study, 17 years of psychotherapy, guru after guru after guru, to find that it's inside and you can access yours at what you are and access your gifts just by going and tuning into your essence. My dear ones, have a beautiful day with me, trusting in the power that you are, trusting in Source, trusting that every experience you have, there's something very valuable in it. And I just found out for myself, my dear ones.